Coming up, Kazakhstan will continue to provide humanitarian assistance to countries in need. At the UN Food Systems Summit, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev shared his vision for achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Kazakhstan will build a veterinary vaccine manufacturing plant, which will have no comparables in Central Asia and the Middle East. The unique production will be implemented jointly with Belarus. A new park in Istanbul was named after Mustafa Ozturk. It was opened during the small Kurultay of Kazakhs. An opera academy was opened in the Kazakh capital. Entry auditions are underway. Who can enroll there and why has it aroused great interest among foreigners? Find out in our news digest. Kazakhstan reported 2,537 new cases of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours. Almaty accounts for the highest single-day case load in the country. The southern metropolis detected 547 new positive cases of infection in the past day. Karaganda region follows with 340 new cases. Almaty region is in the third place with 270 new infections. Since the beginning of the pandemic, total COVID-19 cases in Kazakhstan have passed 872,000. Meanwhile, according to the country's health ministry, more than 65,000 residents currently continue to receive treatment for coronavirus. 905 patients are in serious condition. 106 people are on a ventilator. Kazakhstan continues its COVID-19 vaccination campaign. To date, over 6,328,291 citizens have been fully vaccinated against the virus with 2 doses. The QazVac vaccine is effective against the Delta variant of the coronavirus, the country's Ministry of Education and Science stated. The developers of the Kazakh homegrown vaccine conducted a number of studies among the vaccinated people, which showed a high level of antibodies. They can neutralize all 3 types of the virus, including the Indian strain. Antibodies have been detected in more than 90% of clinical trial participants. Previously, these tests were carried out on laboratory animals, and those vaccinated didn't get sick. The QazVac vaccine was developed by scientists from the Research Institute for Biological Safety Problems. They have developed over 60 drugs, including 30 vaccines. Global COVID-19 cases topped 230 million. According to the data compiled by Johns Hopkins University, the coronavirus killed 4,728,274 people around the world. The United States tops the list of countries with the most cases of infection, followed by India and Brazil. Romania is preparing for the 4th wave of COVID-19. This is due to the fact that the population is indifferent to vaccination and the country's immunization campaign is proceeding slowly. About 34% of the population has been vaccinated in the country. Romania is lagging behind the EU countries in terms of vaccination rate. In the last week alone, the increase in new infections has doubled. Experts estimate that in the next month, the country will register up to 20,000 new cases per day. We have got so many deaths in a week, and the morgue is not designed for so many bodies. We are now trying to find a solution and rent mortuary refrigerators. Russian travel agencies started selling package tours for Russians to receive foreign COVID-19 vaccines abroad. These are the vaccines that have been approved by the WHO. The most popular destination is Serbia. The country vaccinates foreign arrivals with Pfizer, AstraZeneca and Sinopharm vaccines free of charge. The price of the vaccination tour starts from 50,000 rubles, which is about 300,000 tenge. This money covers flights, accommodation, meals, transfers and health insurance. There is also an option to go to Germany, but this country allows Russian travelers entry only in exceptional cases. Kazakhstan is an active participant in the global food supply chain and is committed to greening and sustainable development of the agricultural sector, said Kazakh President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev at the UN Food Systems Summit. He reminded that Kazakhstan is the initiator of the creation of the Islamic Organization for Food Security. To date, it includes 36 countries with a combined population of nearly 1.4 billion people. According to him, as part of this organization, Kazakhstan systemically provides gratuitous humanitarian assistance, supplying wheat and flour to countries in need, including Afghanistan. The head of state highlighted the necessity to strengthen agro-technological, scientific and innovative interaction between all countries, as well as progress in terms of finance, investments, transport and logistics.
The Food and Agriculture Organization will need to play an increasing role in ensuring global food security and a sustainable ecological system to support it. I hope this summit will help us progress toward SDG 2, ending hunger and ensuring food security, improving nutrition, and promoting sustainable agricultural development.
Kazakh Foreign Minister Mukhtar Tileuberdi held some high-level meetings during the UN General Assembly. He discussed cooperation in addressing the situation in Afghanistan, fighting the climate crisis and the COVID-19 pandemic with his Central Asian counterparts and the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken. In addition, the Kazakh delegation met with the foreign ministers of Moldova, Romania, Bahrain and Sri Lanka. The parties talked about ways to expand the cooperation. Besides this, business prospects and investment opportunities in Kazakhstan were discussed with representatives of major international and U.S. companies.
There's a lot of industries, growth industries, that Kazakhstan can potentially attract new direct foreign investment and can be part of that growth story going forward. And we've been in the country for a long time, and for over 25 years. We're the largest foreign investor outside the oil and gas industry. And we talked about the role that city plays in helping finance and facilitating that growth.
Veterinary vaccines production plant will be built in Kazakhstan. They will be no analogs to it not only in Central Asia but also in the Middle East. The unique enterprise is expected to be launched as part of the agreement on cooperation in agricultural field and food production between Kazakhstan and Belarus. A network of dairy farms is also planned to be created on the territory of Kazakhstan. The Belarusian side is ready to provide assistance in the construction of these facilities in the country. They are ready to share their experience, train specialists and help procure equipment.
Мы сейчас предлагаем, ведем тоже переговоры с казахстанскими партнерами под техническим.
We are currently negotiating with our partners from Kazakhstan and the technical assignment about their needs in order to propose the possibility of such construction and to show the possibilities Belarusian technologies that we have. This can be followed by the processing of these products. Our processing industry is also developed quite well.
Переработка этой продукции у нас перерабатывающая промышленность достаточно тоже неплохо развита.
The trade turnover of agricultural products between Kazakhstan and Belarus totaled at almost $126 million in the first 7 months of this year. This amount surpassed the figure for the same period last year by 23.5%. The trade volume between the countries grew by 31%. To date, over 40 entities and 170 dealers organizations are operating in Kazakhstan with the participation of Belarusian capital. The next meeting of top managers of authoritative world media is going to take place in the capital of Kazakhstan. Astana Media Week kicks off in Nur-Sultan. The forum will take place on September 27th and 28th. It will be attended by state figures, representatives of the largest distributing companies of TV content, journalists, documentary filmmakers and bloggers from abroad. Over the 5 years of work, the Media Summit has become a recognized platform where the most progressive ideas and solutions emerge. During the Media Week, participants will discuss the most pressing issues of our time, talk about the prospects for the development of the industry in the pandemic realities. The moderators will be chairperson of Khabar agency Yerlan Bekhozhin, media manager Armanjan Baytasov, director of Khabar TV Dinara Bisembina and other experts.
В рамках Astana Media Week пройдет закрытое мероприятие, трансляция.
The Astana Media Week will host a closed event, a broadcast entitled Formats Day, at which the owners of media content, global distributing producers such as Fremantle, Discovery, Universal, Media, and others will present their best and new projects for a closed audience. I would also like to note that among the masterclasses there will be a masterclass from Radislav Gandapas, one of the leaders in the field of coaching oratory.
От Радислава Гандапаса, одного из лидеров в сфере коучинга, ораторского искусства.
Kazakh films will be screened in Uzbekistan. Such domestic movies as Amre, Aminat and The Road to Mother will be presented to the public during the 13th Tashkent International Film Festival, the Silk Road Pearl. The Kazakh delegation will include domestic movie stars Azamat Satıbaldı, Nurjuman Ikhtimbayev and Samal Islamova. In addition, as part of the World Cinema Days, Kazakh actors will meet young talents from other countries and hold masterclasses. The film festival of the Asian, African and Latin American countries will take place from September 28th to October 3rd.
По поводу казахского кино, я вот вижу в последние годы очень большой прорыв. Очень большой, потому что очень многих...
In recent years, I have seen a big breakthrough in Kazakh cinema, very big. I personally know a lot of the guys who make these movies. I'm just very happy because there are really some very good films that can compete not only with the movies of our country, but they are also going to rank high in this international film festival.
Думаю, что вот в рамках этого кинофестиваля они будут занимать какое-то достойное место.
The Astana Opera Theatre has established an international vocal academy, and performers from all over the world are applying there for training. The first round of auditions, which took place online, was recently completed. It selected young singers from Italy, Israel, Russia, Belarus, Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan who made it for the next round of the competition. Already in the coming days, talented performers will appear in front of the jury.
Уже меньше недели осталось до начала прослушивания второго тура. И чем дальше двигаются прослушивания, тем больше...
It's less than a week before the second round starts, and the further the auditions go, the more intrigue there is in our competitive selection. The second round is a piano audition in the Astana Opera Chamber Hall. The chamber genre will also be presented in the second round. This is a completely different and real-life acquaintance with the performers. Of course, it will open up new facets and talents. We are looking forward to seeing how our contestants will reveal themselves in the second round.
С исполнителями, конечно, оно откроет новые грани таланта, и мы с нетерпением, с предвкушением ожидаем, как же конкурсанты наши раскроются на втором туре.
In the next part of the competition, which will take place on September 28th and 29th, singers will be required to perform 2 different areas and 1 chamber vocal piece. The third final round of the selection process is scheduled for October 1st. On that day, the winners, who will become students of the International Opera Academy, will be announced. One of the parks in Istanbul was named after famous founder of Turkish and Kazakh Taekwondo schools, Mustafa Ozturk. It was opened during the small Kurultay of Kazakhs dedicated to the 30th anniversary of Kazakhstan's independence. The park is located in the historical district Bakçılar, where many Kazakhs live. As part of the event, a play about the life of Mustafa Ozturk was performed to those who came. A master class of young athletes was held as well.
Ол кісі Қазақстан азаттық алғанда еліне оралған еді.
After Kazakhstan gained independence, he returned to his homeland to serve his country and people. You can see infinite love in his words. Here's what he said: I was able to see the whole world and my country. What can I say? The difference is huge. I stayed in Kazakhstan to serve it.
Қазақстанда қалдым деген сөзінен-ақ onun ұлтқа деген үлкен махаббатын байқауға болады.
Çok sevindim. Yani tek ben değil, bütün Güneşli'deki.
I was delighted to read my father's name at the entrance to the park today. Me and my father were born and grew up here. Most of the Kazakhs in Istanbul returned to their origins. I'm very happy that my father's name will remain here forever.
Burada büyük böyle kucak açtığı için de çok teşekkür ederim.